So I remember when I joined iBasis in 2012, I thought, well, this is great. So we have a voice over IP company and roaming has come together, so this is going to be fantastic. We're going to introduce LTE. So we've been thinking about VoLTE roaming since 2012, but it never really came off the ground. But only after last year, when both AT&T and Verizon and T-Mobile had clear plans of shutting down their 2G and 3G networks, is when the other side started to panic about, oh God, I think this would never happen, because the revenue that people are making from terminating all those circuit switch voice call is so important that this will never happen. But it is happening. And it's not going away, it will only get worse or better. This depends on really what you look at it. So it's important that we look at it also from a network efficiency perspective, because you need to clear the spectrum in order to make room for 5G. You need to make room for going to an all-IP network, because having a 2G, a 3G, a 4G and a 5G network basically defies the purpose of having a 4G and a 5G network. So it needs to go away anyway. But VoLTE roaming is a difficult subject, both commercially and technically, so we have to do it. And I think it's good that operators like AT&T and T-Mobile later then, and Verizon are putting a stake in around saying, I'm going to stop it here and now. And even if I'm taking an impopular measure by saying, okay, my dear users, either buy a new phone or go to WhatsApp, because you cannot use it anymore. I think it's really powerful. But we need to think about the user experience as well. There are 800, 900 other MNOs out there that we cannot force to go to VoLTE roaming. So we need to find a solution for them to make it work, because they need to migrate in their own pace. So it's important that we as an industry recognize the challenges that we have on VoLTE roaming, like lawful interception or calling 911 or 112. Make sure that that works. Make sure that there's interaction between the various VoLTE roaming things, and make sure that the end user doesn't suffer from these decisions.
VoLTE is the question for 2022. It is a decision that needs to be frankly made now, and it's being driven in many cases by the North American operators' decision to shut down their legacy 3G networks. Once that begins, the opportunity to roll traffic off and do 3G fallback is disappearing. And in a market like the United States, operators need to have answers for that follow-up. So those decisions are truly being made right now. And with the network, with that shutdown occurring, it's incumbent upon MNOs to set in place the right roaming relationships that allow them to continue to provide the robust service and experience that their subscribers demand, especially in the face of the return to roaming and the return to travel around the world. Now the opportunity is, if you can solve the US problem, then you can leverage that capability to address the rest of your roaming partners, and especially around cost savings, the maintenance of quality and user experience, and also to create new services and capabilities that were never there before. But this is the year to do it right now. This time frame is here, and 2 years from now we may not be talking about VoLTE per se, because in many ways it'll already be in place. But right now you've got to execute, or we'll have significant issues in your future.